Everyone in my family called me a traitor for refusing to lie under oath for my own brother, and I let them believe I was the villain until the full truth finally came out years later. My mother slapped me across the face in the courthouse hallway and told me I was dead to her in front of at least 30 strangers. My brother's lawyer had just called me as a witness, and I had refused to say what they all desperately needed me to say. The prosecutor asked me one simple question: was my brother home with me on the night of September 14th? The answer was no. He was not home. I had not seen him that entire weekend despite what he had told everyone. I could not look the judge in the eyes and lie because perjury is a felony, and I had my own daughter to think about. My brother had been accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend so severely, she required reconstructive surgery on her jaw. He swore he was innocent. He said she was lying for attention and money. My entire family believed him because he had always been the golden child who could do absolutely no wrong. But I had seen things over the years that nobody else seemed to notice. The way his previous girlfriends always seemed to leave suddenly and never speak to him again. The holes in walls that he blamed on accidents. The controlling way he monitored where his partners went and who they talked to. I never had proof of anything concrete, but something in my gut told me his ex-girlfriend was telling the truth. So when his lawyer asked me to testify that he was at my apartment that night, I said no. My mother showed up at my house the next morning, pounding on my door at 7 in the morning. She screamed that I was jealous of my brother's success and had always wanted to destroy him. She said my father was so disgusted he couldn't even look at my photos anymore. She grabbed my arm so hard it left bruises and told me I had until the trial date to change my testimony or lose my family forever. My husband stood behind me the entire time. He pulled me back inside and told my mother to leave our property before he called the police. After she drove away, he held me while I sobbed and told me he was proud of me for standing my ground. The family attacks continued for weeks. My aunts and uncles unfollowed me everywhere. My cousins sent messages calling me disgusting names. My father mailed a 6-page letter disowning me completely and demanding I never contact them again. My brother's case ended in a mistrial because of insufficient evidence. He walked free and my family celebrated like he had won the lottery. They threw him a party and posted photos online so I would see exactly what I was missing. My mother commented underneath one picture that it was wonderful having her real family together again. 2 months later, she showed up at my daughter's school and tried to pick her up without permission. The principal called me immediately, and I had to file a restraining order to keep her away. My husband took time off work to personally drop off and pick up our daughter every single day for the rest of that school year. We eventually moved to another city to escape the harassment. I found work at an accounting firm and slowly rebuilt our lives. My husband transferred to a new branch of his company. We made friends who knew nothing about my past and built a peaceful, quiet existence far from people who expected me to sacrifice my integrity for their comfort. 3 years later, my brother was arrested again. Different woman, same pattern, but this time there were witnesses. A neighbor recorded everything through the wall. Another ex-girlfriend came forward after seeing the news. Then another, then 2 more. The prosecutor built a case so solid that even my family could not keep pretending anymore. He pleaded guilty to avoid trial and received 12 years in state prison. My mother called me 2 weeks after his sentencing. She was sobbing so hard I could barely understand her words. She said she was sorry for everything. She said she should have believed me. She said she had been blind because he was her baby and she could not accept what he really was. I listened quietly until she finished. "You chose him when I told you the truth," I said calmly. "You tried to take my daughter from her school. You made my family fear for our safety. You do not get to come back now because you finally ran out of excuses." She begged me to let her be a grandmother. "My daughter does not know you exist," I replied, "and I intend to keep it that way."